All right, so today we are gonna do my famous, super easy chicken cheese enchiladas. This is a very budget-friendly meal, so you can feed your whole family on next to nothing. It's maybe $8 or $9 for the entire meal. You can feed 6 people. All right, so it takes 2 chicken breasts. You have choices here, so you can either grill a chicken breast or bake a chicken breast. My choice, and it's cheaper and easier, and honestly, it's better and more tasty, is to get one of those rotisserie chickens from Walmart or Kroger or Fry's or whatever grocery store is near you. They're like $5. So you just basically take 1/2 of it and you shred it up into small pieces. So I've got half of a rotisserie chicken, which is the equivalent of 2 chicken breasts. We're gonna throw that into a bowl. We're also gonna throw in, and this is not gonna make it spicy, but I've got a small jalapeno diced up small. This just gives it a little flavor. All right, we've also got 1 clove of garlic minced and a half of a red onion diced, very small. I know it's horrible, but processed cheese, it literally makes everything better. So we've got Velveeta cheese. This is about 3 ounces, just into little chunks. Perfect. All right, next. So you can go all fancy and use all your spices, but it's actually much easier and cheaper if you just use I use the McCormick, the packet stuff, so this is the taco seasoning. So basically all the taco seasoning is chili powder and, what's the other one? Chili powder, paprika, and onion powder and garlic. What's the other one? The main one, the Search of the Sea, the cumin. Anyway, so just use these. So I'm using a whole pack of taco seasoning. Dump it in. Tasty. All right, next, a can of cream of chicken soup. Get the generic. You don't need the fancy one. Give it a good bang before you open it. Otherwise, it comes out like cranberry sauce and this like big curd. It's gross. So when you shake it up, see, look, then it just kind of melts out instead of being a big loaf. Right, Titan? Yes, good boy. All right, we're gonna use 1 whole can of diced green chilies with the juice. Don't drain it, dump it in. Okay. And then this is, so we're gonna use a cup of green enchilada sauce, not red enchilada sauce, green enchilada sauce. So remember, we're making delicious chicken enchiladas. So you want to use green chili sauce. So it's a little harder to find at the grocery store, but they do carry it. So we're going to use about a cup of that. And again, this is super easy. Anybody can do it. As you can see, like my entire process is done in a bowl on my counter. I'm not cooking it on the stove, which makes it incredibly easy. There's limited number of ingredients. So we are going to use a 1/4 cup, 1/4 to a half, depending on how much you like sour cream, of sour cream. Drop that in. And a 1/4 cup of heavy cream or milk. Heavy cream is much better. It's going to make them really creamy and delicious. Hey, would you get out of here, boy? Try to move, make some TV. All right, so give this a good stir. So if you want your easy, cheesy chicken enchiladas to be spicy, now's the time to add in some more spice. So some cayenne pepper, you can add in just hot sauce, whatever you like to make it a little bit more spicy. We like ours a little on the less spicy side. So be a little violent when you mix this up because you kind of want to smash up that Velveeta cheese in here. So this is basically what we're looking for. All right, put that aside. Our next step, tortillas. So we'll lay out our tortillas on my very clean counter. All right, so we'll do 2, 4, 5. my secret, mayo. I know it sounds crazy. I'll probably get a lot of comments that this is crazy, but trust. So, you're gonna put just a skiff of mayo on each tortilla down the center. This keeps them really moist, and it also adds a little bit of flavor. So if you shop right at the grocery store, you can easily make this meal for less than 10 bucks. All right, so they're good and painted. All right, next we add just a little bit of cheese. Just a few sprinkles in here. So this is just so that when you cut into the enchilada, you get that cheesy gooiness. That's what this cheese is gonna do. When you just mix it in, it just kind of does that. It mixes in and it's just a cheesy sauce in there, which isn't what you're looking for with an enchilada. You want that cheese. And I'm just using regular shreds from the grocery store. I'm not a fan of the bagged shred stuff. It has a lot of extra chemicals. It's better to shred it yourself, but I was being kind of lazy this morning. All right. All right, so we take our mixture concoction. Oh, I forgot pepper, black pepper. We need about a teaspoon of black pepper. And a teaspoon of garlic salt. And lastly, a teaspoon of paprika. Paprika is kind of a stupid herb. It's basically just for color and it gets a little bit of a smoky flavor, but it doesn't really change the flavor of whatever you're cooking. Kind of a scam. But I like it. All right. Put a nice big scoop to fill the inside. You want to make sure that you are about an inch from either side of the end of your tortilla, and you're only running it down the center. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of run out, and what runs out doesn't get eaten. I've got my oven preheating at 400 degrees. So this recipe could have easily done 6 or 7, but I only had 5 tortillas pulled out. All right, so I love to use, I hate doing dishes, and my housekeeper hates the fact that I use dishes, so just the plastic throwaway aluminums are great. You don't need to grease it. This is super simple. So you just go all the way to the end, and then pull back until you hit your tasties in there. And then just roll them over. Really simple. Boom. Stick it in, shove them in, make them fit. It's okay if they lift up a little bit on the ends. You want that. You want it to lift up because this is going to get golden brown and a little crunchy, which everybody likes a little crunch in their food. Sorry. Shai's trying really hard. He's following me around trying to anticipate my next move. Perfect. And last one. All right, so you've got them in like this. I know, right? It looks a little dry. I agree. So we're going to use about 1/4 cup of our green enchilada sauce. And just kind of drizzle it on top. about a quarter to half a cup, depending on how many you do. You just kind of want them all kind of coated a little bit. It keeps the tortillas from getting dry and crusty. And then just a little bit of cheese. You don't need a lot. Say maybe a half a cup for the 5 I'm doing here on the top. That's it. So one good handful, whatever that is, about a half a cup. All right, so these look good. I'm going to throw them into the oven uncovered for about 15 minutes. Your chicken's pre-cooked, everything's pre-cooked. You're just warming stuff up and melting the cheese. So you don't need to cook them for too long. All right, so I'm going to throw these in again at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, sorry. And we'll come back in a second and see how they look and how they taste, because that's the important part. Oh, you caught me. So leftovers, you just feed them to your great Danes. It makes them happy. Okay. All right, guys, now, come on. Get the hell out of my kitchen. Go, 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 go. All right, so our enchiladas have been in the oven for about 12 minutes. We'll give them a look. Hey, get out of my kitchen. Perfect. All right, so what we're looking for here is just the cheese to be melted. We don't want it browned. Maybe the tips of your enchiladas to be a little bit crunchy like this. That's good. So now the real test. Let's just see how they are. I like one from the middle. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Hey, get out of my enchiladas. It's harder when you have dogs that are as tall as your counters because they think that everything is their food chain. All right. So, once you cut them open, they are ooey gooey inside. They're super delicious. See how they taste. They're super creamy, they're cheesy, they're stringy, they're chickeny, they're amazing. So I'd say that's a winner for a $10 meal. Again, this is our super easy, cheesy chicken enchiladas, value dinner under 10 bucks. If you like our videos, please subscribe to them. It's the only way that we know that you like them. And also like them and share them with your friends. Thanks, guys.